Doom and Gloom CGA, brought to you by the... All right, we got Doom and Gloom CGA. We have Kamala Harris, as you guys know. She's running for president. She's presumably the one running for president. We don't have an official announcement, although we had a weird press conference with her cackling and laughing over what sound like a Joe Biden on the other end of a speakerphone. Now, there is already conspiracy theories that say Joe Biden is dead. All right, so now, I'm not on that bandwagon, but listen, nothing would surprise me. FDR was essentially a vegetable, all right, and Eleanor Roosevelt ran the presidency for at least almost 2 months, if not longer, during his fourth presidential term. He was in a wheelchair, all right, and he was pretty much dead, and Eleanor Roosevelt was running the country. Now, Joe Biden been dead the entire term. All right, and Jill Biden was running the presidency like Eleanor Roosevelt. But now people are saying that he might be dead. They don't see him no more. He's not going to show his face. They're going to enact the 25th Amendment, and they're going to push Kamala into the presidency, which I predicted. And that's the only way they need to do it, because that will give her a leg up on Donald Trump going into the election. Not saying that she would win, but coming in as the president certainly does give her an advantage. But they had a press conference. She's doing nothing but cackling, and she's acting. She said nothing about what policy she would enact. She doesn't telling you what she believes. Nothing. You have no stance. And by the way, she wouldn't have won this position had it not been for the fact that she was vice president, right? If she had to run her own primary, she would have took a fat L like she did in the previous one. However, people think she's black. And now people are coming out saying, vote for Kamala Harris, because black woman and black people. All right, so we're going to start with this goofy-ass, Duke shooting-ass, reading rainbow, supposedly a dentist guy. He says Kamala Harris 2024, and he's going to explain why we should vote for Kamala. All right, and I'm interested. Sir, what do you have to say?
Y'all, I'm in my office. I've been watching the news and watching like TikToks of people talking about the election. Y'all, this is very pressing times, and I think it's very, very important that we get out and vote. Regardless of who you choose, I think it's very important that you exercise your right that our ancestors fought for. Like, you know, I went to Howard, and I support women, especially black women. So you know my vote. And it's like, there's nothing greater than a black woman. Y'all just better get with the program. Make sure you go vote Kamala Harris, the Bison, the AKA, your mom, your grandmother. Like, she is a black woman, and I'm super excited for her. I think watching videos on TikTok has enlightened me on how much lack of power you all think we have as a community. Like, if we truly stick together, if we truly ride for someone and vote for someone, you will really be able to see how much power we truly and actually have. It's hard for us to let go of the trauma of not having that power. And this is me confirming to you that, like, it could all work out for our good. Don't think it can't happen, because it's only crazy until it happens. It's only crazy until it actually happens. TikTok, y'all, I'm in my office.
Brothers.
What the hell? Oh my God.
See,
no way.
He didn't mention what she gonna do for the economy, what her international peace policy is, how she gonna overturn Roe v. Wade back to what he didn't mention no goddamn thing. Nothing. Just that she black. She a black woman, y'all. So get out there and vote. She went to Howard, and she's black. All right, like, what the fuck? Like, nothing. Nobody cares about what she thinks, how she would vote, nothing. That's kind of how Joe Biden got in. He never had to say anything. He just had to say George Floyd, ninja sacrifice, and then he got in there. COVID, wear your mask. All right, and then all of a sudden he started doing all this shit, and people were like, hey, wait a minute. Sanctuary cities, what is this shit? Same thing they're doing to Kamala. They're guilting you on race. Y'all all have black mothers. Your mama black. Your grandmama black. Your daughter black. All right. Your son black. Wait, hold up for a second. Your wife black. Your baby mama black. It's just a black. That's all they're running on, which is, that's tragic. That's tragic. They jumping up there. Hey, man, it could happen. we could get her. And not only is she black, she's a woman. All right. Oh, she's a black woman. We got to have a black woman in. And do what? Oh, that ain't important. Right? It's a sad state of our world. That's their campaign. Black and woman and get in. And the thing is, she's not even black. That is the sad part about it. She is everything but black. But no. I mean, she's masquerading as black. This is pathetic. Pathetic. What the hell is going on with you people? Yes, you people. Speaking of you people, we have our brother here, Donald Duck. All right. We're just going to call him Donald. Byron Donalds. Give myself an L. Byron Donalds. The Secret Service director. What's her name? Kimberly Cheadle. And she went in front of the Congress, and she's getting roasted. All right, we're going to show you a few clips of her getting absolutely fish filleted, all right, in front of Congress, and we'll tell you what the results are.
Some of my colleagues have texted me over the last couple days, bipartisan, about whether you should lose.
By the way, just to tell you, she is the individual that is the head of Secret Service appointed by Joe Biden. She is the director, the DEI hire. Women, of course, a woman needs to be in these positions, but she's also the person that was responsible for Donald Trump about to get taken his head off. Unfortunately, fortunately for him, he turned his head, but this woman was not even fired after almost getting a presidential candidate, a former president, assassinated. And she would not step down, and she would not, at this particular point, she did not get fired. All right, so here we go.
Lose your job, and I've been quiet on that question because I wanted to see what you were going to do today. In my opinion, you do need to be fired immediately. And it is because this is gross incompetence. And the fact that it's been 9 days, and these are simple questions to answer. I'm quite sure if I asked any one of my kids if they got in trouble and I told them to give me the details, I would get more answers from them than I'm getting from you right now. And that's what's frustrating on a bipartisan basis, on a nonpartisan basis. This is a joke. And director, you're in charge. And that's why you need to go. Mr. Chairman, I yield back.
All right, so that's one. And then we have this woman going crazy, going ham. I mean, people were going ham on her. If you didn't see it, people were going ham on her.
How long did you prepare for this hearing?
I've been preparing for this hearing over the weekend and into last week.
Let's for once have your actions match your words. So you've been in communication with the FBI. You know the answers, and you refuse to tell us the answers.
Yep.
So I will ask you again. You know how many shell casings were on that roof. What is the answer to that question?
I think it's pertinent.
What is the answer to that question?
I think it's pertinent to talk to you about the information that the Secret Service has and that the Secret Service knows related.
I'm asking you an
that
answer to the question. If you're supposed to be in charge, if the buck stops with you, how come you can't share the answers? What are you covering up?
Oh,
what are you hiding, my friend?
I'm not covering anything up.
Then why can't you answer a simple question?
I would leave it to the criminal investigation to answer questions related to that.
When you talk to the FBI, how long did you...
Now, there were some more clips on this one. I don't even have time to show you all the clips. They was on her neck. And I'm going to tell you, man, rightly so, Donald Trump should be slumped right now. I mean, he, by the hair of his chinny chin chin, Ninja should be slumped. Now, she was so, this is why when they say women need to have this, women would do better. Well, there she is right there. Head should roll. Guys, it don't matter if she was there or not. She was responsible for it. She is the director. Heads will roll. And thank God she finally took some accountability, and the wicked witch is gone. She gone. Ring the goddamn bell. This morning, resigned Secret Service Director Kimberly Cheadle, DEI Kimberly Cheadle. We need more women. Kimberly Cheadle resigns, according to a source. She was criticized for failing to prevent the assassination attempt on Donald Trump. Bye-bye. Let's give it to her right here.
Yes, sir.
Obviously, there were many security failures on the day of the attempted assassination and leading up to that day. Let's start with the building that the shooter used to shoot President Trump from.
All right, so glad DEI is really taking an L today in a time where they're just pushing DEI. They're just pushing DEI. Black woman, get her in, quota. She fits the narrative. We need it, historical. And then all of a sudden, y'all gonna be complaining about what she ain't do. She gonna do a lot for them Duke shooters and Pooter intruders. But bye-bye, Kimberly Cheadle, you're out of here. You're fired. Get out. Get out. All right, get out. Congratulations, man. You earned this shit. And, of course, now that's a stain on your record. You can't be in here, man. Somebody said she should go back to Bodyguard and Cheetos or Doritos, all right? Because I think she must have worked for, like, I don't know, some subsidiary of Doritos. And they told her to go back to Bodyguard and Doritos. Yeah, she was in bad shape. Absolutely bad shape, man. Look, man, I'm glad she was put on display. She should, because I'm going to tell you, man, this would be a different story if they would have hit. Like, if they would have hit Donald Trump and it was the hit, this would have been a whole different story. She certainly would have to step down if they put the hit on him. Now, they didn't. Well, they did put the hit on him, but they didn't succeed. But if they got him, this would be a whole different story. People will be coming for her neck, and it would have been a horrible. What she's doing now would have been horrible if they put the hit out, right? Because now she would have to explain a whole bunch of things that didn't make sense, but it would have been too late. Trump would have been slumped. Doom and Gloom CGA. This ninja, oh, well, I guess it went away. This ninja says $30 an hour is the new poor. I don't think they'll let me play the video. Let's see. Yep, the video was jammed up. We're jamming. All right, here we go right here. I'll see. They ain't let me play the video. All right, they're not letting me play. Okay, here we go. Let's see.
American knew this already, but $20 an hour, and honestly, anywhere from $20 to $30 an hour is the new minimum. Is like the new minimum wages. That's like the new broke. Realistically, if you're making anything under $20 an hour and you're over the age of 20, 21, how the fuck are you even buying food, dude? Like, I make 20. If I was around way back when, I'd say it's I'd say that even you'd be straight. Like you'd be able to not only live comfortably, but you'd be able to, like, you know, go out on vacation, you know, do like not normal shit, because that's not everybody can afford to do that. So I guess it's not normal, but like shit that you want to do, you want to live. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying with $20 an hour you can't live comfortably. Okay, you can just barely get by. What do I mean by that? If you don't have a car, like car payment or car insurance, $20 an hour, you're caking. You're straight. Especially like if you live in a city, public transportation, do all that. If you have a car note, car insurance, rent, utilities, internet, phone bill, $20 an hour, $20 to $30 an hour is not gonna cut it, bro. Especially if you have a fucking family. Like when I see some people on my job, and I'm just like, they're like, we make the same amount, and they're taking care of kids, grandkids, and paying mortgages and shit like that. I'm like, how the fuck did y'all sustain off this money? Like, yeah, you could be decent, but like, I want to actually like live. I got shit I want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not enough, realistically speaking. Like, let's say, all right.
You get it through your thick skull that I'm broke.
Yes.
Dead, flat, stony broke. I've got $3.85 in my purse.
All right, so $30 an hour. Just doing some, as I try to do quick maths, we're looking at $200 plus $240 a day. Quickly rounding that up with quick maths, that's going to get you at $1,000, $1,500, $1,200, $50,000, $100 a day. I'm sorry, a week. Going down, that's like $4,000 a month, Ninja. God damn. $4,000, you talk about $4,500 pre-tax. Take out your deductions and your FICA, and your all that shit. You know, your take home's $3,500, Ninja. You can't cut it. Well, inflation's whooping that ass. That was just quick maths by CGA. But that's well over $3,200, $3,500 cash take home. Where's your money going, Ninja? I mean, what? Now I know I've been warning you that yes, the yesterday's prices certainly aren't today's prices, and I've been telling you that this is going to be an issue. All right, this is going to be an issue going forward, and a lot of people even say I make $70,000 a year and I can't make it, but I'm like, yeah, but you live by yourself. Like, you live by yourself. Why don't you live with somebody else? Get a roommate. You know what I mean? Like, get a roommate. Ninja, like, yeah, cut back on the weed. Cut back on the marijuana. Perhaps there's a whole bunch of things you could do. Get a roommate. Ninja, it ain't my fault. Go get married, Ninja. I don't know. But I told you that this was going to be the case, and a lot of people ain't preparing for it. And guys, it's not going to stop. We're going to be in this economic crunch where people are not going to be able to make it at these rates. And I've been showing you data where people are like, if I feel like I made $130,000 a year, I would be able to make it. And I'm like, that would put you in the top 10% of incomes in the world. Not just the United States, in the world. $130,000 a year puts you in the top 10% of incomes in the world. You're telling me that you need to be in the top 10% of incomes. Well, yes, it would be great if you were in the top 10% of incomes, because you see people that you believe you're just as capable of that are making that. However, it is rare. Other people have to do a lot of other things, like they have to move in with a partner, mate, spouse. They have to do things like not have babies, right? Not have families. You have to do things like maybe have your parents set you up a little bit better than your parents set you up. So you're looking at other people and saying, how are you supporting your family? How are you doing that? Well, then maybe they have a house where they got a 2% mortgage rate, okay? And they bought then. There's a whole bunch of things. Maybe their family set them up and they have grandparents that pay off a lot of the support for the children. A lot of people have to realize this. Much of your problem stems from the decisions your parents made and your grandparents made to put you in the current position that you're in today. Okay, so when you look at other people and say, well, how is this working for you? You guys gotta understand, people come from 2-parent households. You came from a single mother household. Odds are you did not have what it takes to prepare yourself. So you're gonna start off life struggling. Okay, you're gonna start off life struggling. Now, that doesn't solve the problem, because there's nothing you can do about that. But what can you do? You need to start strategizing to either figure out what to do, like terms of, I have a philosophy called the free agent lifestyle. Ninjas out here fucking free pussy and fat bitches and smoking weed. That's gonna be money. You're spending money that you don't realize you're spending, even when you're so-called doing that. That's what you're doing. You're doing that. You got a car note. In my book, I talk about this, period. No car note. The choices you're making. Are you hustling and grinding? Right? Are you disciplining yourself? There's a whole bunch of things. Do you have a budget? What is your budget spreadsheet, sir? Because I talk about this on the Money Mindset. Where's your budget spreadsheet? I don't want to hear that you can't make it. I want to see your budget spreadsheet. Now, if you don't want me to see your budget spreadsheet, well, then I don't have any answers for you. And I have this same conversation when I'm talking to women. Women all the times, and that's the Money Mindset link. Women all the time be like, I don't know what to do. I can't make it. I made this and I got that. Where's your budget spreadsheet? Or I'm saying, let me see your budget spreadsheet and I'll help you with your budget. They're like, nah, I don't want. People want to stay broke, but this isn't the time to figure out why now. What you have to do is take these steps that I talk about, action steps, free agent lifestyle, planning, mastering your time schedule, networking. These are all things that you should be spending your time doing, not messing around, chasing women and cold approaching. These are loser strategies. Certainly to keep you in this position right here. You're going to be in this spot right here. And don't think an increase of $5 an hour is going to help you. Don't think an increase in $5 an hour is going to help you. I've been telling you this how long, how many years, and people are still stuck on stupid. People still won't pick up $12 and be like, all right, I'll give it to CGA. I just want to tell you, do you know how many people that I support in terms of their programs, fitness programs, coaching, social media coaching? I invest in what I do. Most people don't invest at all. They take their money and they hold on to it and they distribute it out to their interests and they got to go back to work. Now, let me tell you something. That is the opposite of how money works. You don't invest in yourself. You don't let money flow. You think you could just hoard money or spend cheaply and minimalize your way to being successful financially, and it's not going to work. Inflation, rising cost of insurance, housing, is going to outpace you significantly. Okay? It's going to outpace you. You can't keep up with this strategy. Not only can you not keep up with this strategy, last bit of information for free. You cannot keep up with the strategy of I have one job and that's the only thing that I'm doing. You can't do it. Sorry. And you can't keep smoking $500 and $800 of marijuana thinking you're going to get over. You can't do it. I cut my own hair. That's part of the sacrifice. And I got so comfortable with it, I continue to do it. And I continue to do it that way because of time. I don't have the time to go somewhere to try to get my hair all lined up, sit there, wait for the barber. I ain't got no time. 5 minutes. Jump in the shower, wash it out. Done. And I lived that way for about a decade. Now I can enjoy the sacrifice, the fruits of that sacrifice. Now the seeds have been sown. Now I can enjoy it. Now you're seeing me in my enjoyment phase. You're seeing me in my enjoyment phase. So I'm going to tell you, if you are watching me now and you're quite confused and you're like, what? I'm in my enjoyment phase. I did what I needed to do to get over the hump. Now I can look over and say, okay, I made the sacrifices. I sat down for a long time. Now I'm enjoying the fruits of my labor. Okay, now I can enjoy it and I can do things that I'm telling you not to do. I can get a car note when you can't. I'm like, no, you can't afford it, bro. You can't afford it. You need to start over, ninja. You need to start over and you need to realize the value of what you need to do here. By the way, you probably need to cut your hair. All right. And whatever you're spending on beard oil, cut that shit out too. Cut that shit out too, ninja. All right. But dudes don't want to make the sacrifice. All right. All right. Dudes don't want to make the sacrifice. All right. Anyway, that's Doom and Gloom CGA. Good luck to that guy.